What up? This is Globe Mative from Globe King Records. Today we're doing something different. Instead of using sample packs, downloaded loops, I'm going to build a full beat using the live electric guitar and bass directly inside the MPC. What I'm thinking about is actually working per bank. For example, bank A is going to be my sketch 1. Bank B is going to be my sketch 2. Bank 3, my sketch 3. Pretty cool challenge to see how it goes. I really want to see how the MPC workflow can go when you treat it actually like an instrument and not just a sampler. So let's get into it. Let's break down the connections. I have my USB-C that is connected to a power supply because I don't want to be losing any power even if I have the internal battery, but I could use it to sample other stuff and everything. But for this video, I just want to make sure my battery's full and I don't get any surprises. And on the audio in left, I have a 1/4 jack cable that's connected to the electric guitar, so I can switch it up and actually connect the bass after. And I have the audio outs right and left going to a mixer that's feeding inside the camera. Oh, you gotta press shift, input config, and your source is I'm connected on the rear left. You gotta select rear left. I would put monitor, and I will put record input effects to on so you can hear the effects in real time. Then you can press shift and effects select, and now you have different effects that you can add to your guitar. So you have the delays, different type of delays that you can create, like sound effects like a you got reverbs. That's a small reverb, medium. So you have your reverb large. You can set the mix. Spring reverb. See, you have your different parameters that you can set with the 3 knobs so you can add the desired effects that you want. HP filter. Low pass. This could be good to turn your electric guitar into a bass. And band pass filter. To give it maybe that old school vinyl radio effect. You got your bus compressor. This could be useful for more for the bass guitar. Limiter, I'm not gonna go into that. Pumper, nah. Transient, nah. Noise gate, no. Amp sim, this one is good because you have different cab models. So you can turn your guitar into, like, this is the Brit cabinet. Now I can add some drive to it. So I said you got different cab models to change your sound, and on this one you also have like 2 of them at the end, so 115 bass and the 410 bass. Yeah, I like that. That I would see it more with the bass, and I'm gonna try it out definitely with the bass. You have tube drive. That also you can add some. I'm not your professional guitar player, by the way. You know, I just like to try new stuff out. You have ensemble. This is cool. I'm gonna put the volume up a little bit so you can hear it better. Multi-chorus. Then you have your phaser. Flanger. Otowawa. Whoa. Let's set it back a bit. Yeah, you can actually turn this with the Ottawa like a lead from a synth. And that's about it for the effects I would use with this. So on bank A, I loaded some drums because I want to do something different. Not only some boom bap, see if it can handle more like some trap beats. So I loaded and this sample right here. That's a factory sample. So I recorded my drum pattern, my sequence. Let's see how it sounds with a BPM to 68. I'm gonna grab that sample that I have here. I'm gonna warp it so I got it sync now to the BPM of 68. And let's record this inside the sequence. Yeah, I like that. Cool. So I have an idea for a little riff to add. So I'm going to press sample record, select the pad, and it's going to wait for the signal of the guitar when it plays. So I can start my sequence, get set up, and wait for it to loop. Once it loops back, I start playing. Okay, let's see how this sounds. Might not be perfect, but I could chop it and arrange it and select a loop inside of that so I can add it to the beat. So not bad, not bad. You know what? I'm actually gonna add a little bit more effect in it. For this part, I'm gonna set sample record and set it to free so it records everything I'm gonna throw at it, because I know I'm not gonna have it on the first take. So I select the pad, let's go. Okay. So on bank B and sequence bank B, I'm gonna make another track. So I've selected a drum break from the factory settings, and I'm gonna be playing it like I like that. I already have something in mind. And you know, it has this West Coast bounce to it. Another tip I would give you is to set also your volume so you can record, make a test, make sure your wave is not clipping, have it like a decent amount to make sure that all your levels are set, because you're not going to get a lot of monitoring out of the MPC sample. So it's better to set yourself up at first, then record, because if you do like super nice recordings and you're clipping all the way, you can't go back. So I press sample record, tap the pad, let's go. Yeah. So I have my sample playing right here. I can set the start and end points. Let's see. Okay, I could probably chop also and play some notes. I'm going to record another part with the bass, but really on the higher notes to have like a type of lead. So I'm going to change my effect to reverb large, and sounds about right. Let's play it with the bass. Yeah, that's cool. Now let's add some the hook lead. Okay. Right here. Damn it! Yeah. Add some other effects, sample record. Let's go. can, maybe I'm gonna dial that a little bit down just to have it, in the mix, that tape delay. And let's go select another pad to record in. There we go. Okay, cool. Now select another pad, another effect, add some delay, not too much, so I can play. Okay. Yeah. For the final beat, we're going to chop this drum loop. Okay. I'm going to set the tempo to 91 and see what we got here. The drums. I'm going to go in effects select and ensemble. Mix it to like 75. I'm gonna go FX select, tape delay, record sample, and let's go. Bass connected, amp sim, bass cab model. Let's go. What do we have now? Let's do this like that. Yeah, I'm thinking of like octave switching bass. What I love about the process is that everything started from real instruments and became something completely different through sampling. That's what really makes beat making unique. If you want me to turn these 3 beats into something unique, maybe mix them in a live studio, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and I might do a video about that. What do you say? Let's go.